Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Campus Chronicles, a podcast that takes you inside universities across the globe. We'll be shining the spotlight today on SCU Avicenna Batumi Medical University, located in Batumi, Georgia. And to give us better understanding of the university, we are joined by our educational consultant, Akriti. Hi, Akriti, and welcome to the podcast.
Hi, Sarda.
So, my first question. We've been hearing a lot about SCU, Avicenna, Batumi Medical University. So, just tell us what is this university all about?
So Avicenna Batumi Medical University is, as the term mentioned, medical university. It is a university for MBBS degree, which offers a lot of more courses as well, but primarily focusing on medical education. The university's core goal or agenda is into the new research and the modern technology, which is entering into the medicine segment. They are focusing on that. So the university is providing a lot of opportunities to students coming from international places to Georgia for their medical education. So they have a very strong base with respect to collaboration with the international institution. They are providing a very wide range of researches on campus. The university is having 5 hospitals of its own, which
Wow.
gives a very high clinical exposure, or you can say early clinical exposure to the
Mm-hmm.
students there. And because there is a lot of buzz around the tech and the amalgamation, the integration of this AI into medicine, so they are catering that segment as well. This particular university has such a history where they have done one of the first, or I think the finest or successful liver transplant using the AI technology. And
Great.
for that very reason they got a lot of recognition,
Mm-hmm.
in other countries as well. So the university is primarily focusing on the medicine segment, and then the research part as well, and they cater a lot of international students.
Great, Akriti. So my following question would be, could you just take us through the curriculum and the program structure? How is it going to be for the
Yeah,
students?
absolutely. So basically, Avicenna Batumi Medical University offers a 6 years program, MBBS come MD, and the 6 year program is distributed into two parts. First is the 5 year of theoretical study and 1 year of internship, which is attached to it. So as per our NMC guidelines as well, any student who is going to any other country abroad, they have to complete a 6 year of curriculum there, 5 years of theoretical and 1 year of internship. The process is absolutely same. Adding to this, the university is having these theoretical exam into 3 phases. One is the preclinical, then clinical, and then internship. So preclinical is where you are learning all the basic subjects like anatomy, histology, physiology, and so on. And then you will be going for the clinical rotation. So the best part about Avicenna Batumi Medical University is that the university is giving student early clinical exposure, and this starts from third year itself,
Okay.
where student will be having to be part of this program where they get to earn something while they are learning. So
Wow.
yeah,
That's
learn
very
and earn
interesting.
together. That's the, I think, the program.
Absolutely.
The motivation is that any which ways you have to do the clinical rotations in any of your MBBS degree, but to make it more interesting and rewarding to the student, there is
Correct.
small stipend which this university is providing to the students for their clinical rotations. And later, once they are done with their third year, fourth year, and fifth year, from sixth year it's a full internship year. That is where they will be working full-fledgedly in the hospitals associated with the university. So this university follows a ECTS system, that is European Credit Transfer System.
Okay.
So every subject is having certain credits, and that credits is accepted by all the top reputed medical bodies like WHO, like UNESCO, FAMA, AACI. That is a special accreditation which this university is having with them. So yeah, that type of curriculum and structure they offer to the students.
Beautiful. I think we keep getting a lot of queries about, are there any work opportunities out there? So I think this solves, some of the issues for the kids, wherein like you said, a very beautiful program which is earn while you learn, will help the students take care of their expenses there. So Akriti, like you were mentioning a little while ago, that this university provides early clinical exposure. It gives you a lot of hands-on, and then you were mentioning about research. So could you throw some light about how this will give them a platform for further research if they are interested in.
Absolutely. So, as I said, that the university is majorly focusing on the research segment where the new things are happening. Since COVID happened, I think research becomes the second most important thing where we are
True.
constantly trying to cure and produce more health benefits for, or what type of lifestyle we should be living. What are the cures which we can found before
Yes,
anything
yes.
hits like a pandemic, right?
Correct.
So that is where they have come up with post COVID population health studies. Cardiology is another department where they are providing a lot of research.
Okay.
Liver transplant using, as I mentioned, right, like
Using AI,
technology
yes.
using AI, they are doing that. So these type of research opportunities they are providing to the student, which makes you stand on a front row, and things which are still jargon to a lot of people, because
Absolutely.
that type of curriculum is not available everywhere.
Hmm.
So with respect to the curriculum, I believe that this university is offering something which is unique,
Hmm.
which can put you on the front pedestal, where
Hmm.
you can be knowing something
Hmm.
before it is common, or before it becomes a hands on. So you will always have the first movers advantage in that
Hmm.
case. Also, coming from a research background gives you a very wide knowledge with respect to the subject and the domain. For example, integration of any technology like liver transplant using AI is such a
AI.
beautiful concept to know, even
Correct.
where technology is helping doing the transplantation. We are any which ways being doing this for
Hmm.
so long, but
Hmm.
I believe that with the help of tech,
Hmm.
maybe the chances of procuring or saving the life is better. So you are
Absolutely.
someone who know what type of research goes into such medicine practices,
Hmm.
and then you can definitely be part of these hospitals later in your future. So that type of research opportunities this university provides to all the international students and all the local students as well.
Fantastic. So I think you were mentioning about, they have a very big network of hospitals of their own.
Right.
So could you just name a few of the hospitals they are, tied up with? They have a network.
Yeah, absolutely. So they have Batumi Republican Clinical Hospital. They have a neurological institute of their
Hmm.
own where they are doing all the researches
Hmm.
with respect to neuro. They have med center network hospitals.
Hmm.
They have a maternity centers as well. So all these things they are offering. So these are the clinical bases which is directly associated with Avasana Batumi Medical University. So the
Lovely.
students, those who are
Okay.
going to have their early clinical exposure, will get a lot of chances to practice in all these centers and
Hmm.
gets the hands on.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct. That's beautiful exposure. I think they will be choosing their particular domain and be able to explore that variety
Yes,
of.
absolutely.
So I think after all this, there are a lot of students earlier, and of course now there will be more who would be wanting to know what are the benefits that the university offers to international students. So could you just take us through that?
Absolutely. So whenever we plan any university which is outside our country, right? So we want to know that what different or more I'm going to get there.
Certainly.
So this university primarily is very very good option for international student with respect to the recognition they offer. Second, the mode of instruction is English, which is again a very good thing.
Yes.
Second is research is again their primary thing which they are giving and working very hardly onto it. And the most important one is the type of scholarships they are offering. So if you are a meritorious student, you have good score in your NEET, if you have good score in your 12th, you can get a massive scholarship in this campus. They absolutely value the student who is coming with a good academical background to be part of the campus and then contribute there and take their career to another heights. So scholarship is, I think, something which is very very important to the student, because if you are looking for international studies and you get a financial aid or some scholarship sort of help there, it makes your decision much easier.
Easier.
Yeah.
I think the first major, the factor that defines or a decision would be, financial
Absolutely,
burden.
absolutely.
So if the burden eases out with a scholarship, then
Right.
I think most of the parents, most of the students would be, excited to go abroad and study.
Correct. Adding to this, I think Atmiya also make it much better space for students where they have, put all the amenities, like they have affordable hostels there. Indian food is available,
True,
and then
true.
having a local staff where communication is not a problem. Though any which ways the curriculum is in English, the people speak English in Batumi, so that's not a problem. But yeah, having a a home away from home sort of a setup which is made by Atmiya there, I think that is again a very good and plus point for all the international students traveling from different places. That is, I think, the high point to pick this university. The scholarship, the affordability, and the local food, and the the atmosphere which you look for. I think that's the point where this university is absolutely one of the best choices you can make.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So does Atmiya continue to give the same kind of support with regards to this university as it is giving in the Georgia National University located in Tbilisi?
Yes, absolutely. Because Avicenna Batumi Medical University is the secondary campus of SCU Georgia National University now. It comes
Okay.
under the same
Same umbrella.
like SCU, right? So whatever you expect from SCU, that's equally available in Avicenna. Even the scholarships are on the higher side. The only reason is that the university wants more meritorious student to come and join the university and be part of the system which they are creating. And as I mentioned, that they are looking for some hardcore brainer students so that they can be part of the researchers whatever they are doing. Like
Absolutely.
Neurological Institute, that's one of a kind which is very unique. You will not find any other neurological institute associated with any university. That's exclusive to Avicenna only, right? So such type of things are available with the university, and Atmiya is providing both the campuses the same type of support system. Like you will be getting all the hostels and food facility.
Yeah,
Everything is available for the students. So you just
Lovely.
have to come and study is all you need to do.
Yeah, work hard. Yes,
Yes.
yes. So coming to now, a very important aspect in this whole process is, everybody wants to know the fee structure and the admission process.
Right.
How does this go? So I think many parents out there would want to know. So if you could throw some light on that.
Yeah, so fee structure is, the university is falling into the mid range. I would say it is a low budget university only because of the country. The cost of living is, comparatively a little bit high, but the university cost is much, much low. And the university offers multiple type of scholarship to the students. Like, that one scholarship is when once they evaluate your 12th percentage and your NEET score for Indian students, I'm talking here. So in that case, you will be getting a one-time scholarship that is there. And also, if you're performing good during your MBBS journey, there is another scholarship that is called by the name of continuous scholarship, right? So for example, if you're a top scorer or if you're a person who is scoring 90% or so, you can expect a decent scholarship coming and given by the university to you because of your performance, because you are maintaining that meritorious status in campus as well. So first evaluation is a one-time scholarship which you get by the university, and second is a continuous scholarship. So the fee structure falls actually under a very budget value. But yeah, with respect to this, there is a stipend, as I mentioned, during the clinical rotation is there. So the scholarships are there, the stipend thing is there. So it is a mid-range university, but the education and the type of infrastructure they are offering is absolutely top notch. Like you can compare it with any top level universities in any of the prime countries like US, UK. Also the type of infrastructure, and the university is also collaborated with multiple international campuses as well, where they want their own kids to perform, participate in workshops and all that, right? So with the type of fees which they offer, I think the university is absolutely one of the best choices student can make. And if you are a meritorious student, I think it is definitely a university you should be choosing.
Great. So is this the admission process? How does it begin? When does it begin? How do we take that ahead?
Yeah, so there are two intakes with the university. One is the fall intake, and the other one is the spring intake, I would say. So fall intake starts. The university starts from October last to November, mid of November. That is the starting of the fall intake. So the application actually starts from mid of April. You can start filling the application form. So there are so many scholarships which are available in a bigger number once you apply, and as the number of applicants are more and more, so scholarship also being distributed, right? So in that scenario, early application is always going to help you a lot. So the application process, in a way, you submit the application and then there will be one interview and one English test which is conducted by the university. And if you already have a IELTS or a TOEFL or a PTE score with you, in that case you can skip the English test. You only have to appear for the interview which is conducted accepted by the university. Once you clear the interview, there is a confirmation mail coming in your email box from the university. And then Atmiya Education, being the direct strategic partner with the university, will be getting a confirmation conditional offer letter. And from there, you can just pay to the university and take your admission and take it ahead. So that's how it is. Then there is a documentation process which comes at the level 2, where the university will be providing you with certain set of documents which will come in a span of 30 to 35 days. Once you receive all the documents, you can go for your visa, and then there is a third phase comes, which is the visa cycle. So now, since 2025, I think December, there is a change in the visa cycle as well. I would like to really highlight that, because earlier the visa cycle was hardly 40 to 45 days, but now it is almost 90 days and above.
Yes.
So if you fill the application little early, there are very high chances that you get your visa absolutely on time, and you can fly accordingly. Yeah.
Great. So, are we running any early bird scholarship programs also for the students, so they can save some time, secure a seat, secure a scholarship, and take it ahead?
So with Atmiya, definitely connect with the Atmiya consultant for early bird scholarship and other details. I mean, they will be guiding you the best there, and definitely there are some, but for the details you have to message and connect with the Atmiya counselors in that case. Yeah, sure.
So again, another following question would be, what are the documents that you would be requiring to initiate the admission process?
Yeah, so student will have to finalize the university. In case of Avasana, they have to check with the Atmiya counselor about the application form. And once they fill the application form, they have to provide their 10th mark sheet, their 12th mark sheet. In case their 12th mark sheet is not out, they can share their 11th mark sheet as well, and Aadhaar card. And in case passport is also available, you can submit the passport PDF. All this will be required to process the application. And after that, the interview and the rest of the process will be there. Yeah.
So thank you so much, Akriti. And for all of you out there, I hope you had a wonderful time listening to our campus tour. And for all the meritorious students and the ones who are really seeking outside, opportunities elsewhere, please do consider SCU, Avicenna Batumi Medical University, as it offers a tremendously good scholarships, a wonderful platform for research, and world-class infrastructure. Thank you so much for joining this podcast. And for all you aspiring students out there, please do share this with all your friends who would want to get more information, more understanding about the university, the scholarship programs, and everything that we have to offer for you. Please do connect with our counselors, and don't forget to like and share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.